The Bible 10 years so if the Bama here for this one brass of grad here for it one. And then only cake once in the year. Cake once in the year. The Bia Wire Day. I mean, here for me to be. The Bible take petrol so who do also another petrol and a cost. The Bible 10 years so if the Bama here for this one brass of grad here for it one. And then only cake once in the year. Cake once in the year. The Bia Wire Day. I mean, here for me to be. The Bible take petrol so who do also another petrol and a cost. The Bible 10 years so if the Bama here for this one brass of grad here for it one. And then only cake once in the year. Cake once in the year. The Bia Wire Day. I mean, here for me to be. The Bible take petrol so who do also another petrol and a cost. The Bible 10 years so if the Bama here for this one brass of grad here for it one. And then only cake once in the year. Cake once in the year. The Bia Wire Day. I mean, here for me to be. The Bible take petrol so.
One day straight, one dam.
We.
Road the couple of focus on can say Red Sea factories. Other men Bunya for Sagana for 8 more for Anado on Fushi and Mango Salo. Mosarasina Nadonia Shay. One year, Bay. Macasso by one day straight, one dam.
We.
Road the couple of focus on can say Red Sea factories. Other men Bunya for Sagana for 8 more for Anado on Fushi and Mango Salo. Mosarasina Nadonia Shay. One year, Bay. Macasso by one day straight, one dam.
We.
They keep saying that it is Russia-Ukraine war, as if the bombs are landing in Ghana. Mr. Speaker, the Bloomberg's own report, which is profiling countries that are very close to default, put that at number 2. The Ukraine is where the bombs are landing. It's far away in number 8. Ukraine far away in number 8. Even those receiving the bombs are better than you. They keep saying that it is Russia-Ukraine war, as if the bombs are landing in Ghana. Mr. Speaker, the Bloomberg's own report, which is profiling countries that are very close to default, put that at number 2. The Ukraine is where the bombs are landing. It's far away in number 8. Ukraine far away in number 8. Even those receiving the bombs are better than you. They keep saying that it is Russia-Ukraine war, as if the bombs are landing in Ghana. Mr. Speaker, the Bloomberg's own report, which is profiling countries that are very close to default, put that at number 2. The Ukraine is where the bombs are landing. It's far away in number 8. Ukraine far away in number 8. Even those receiving the bombs are better than you. They keep saying that it is Russia-Ukraine war, as if the bombs are landing in Ghana. Mr. Speaker, the Bloomberg's own report, which is profiling countries that are very close to default, put that at number 2. The Ukraine is where the bombs are landing. It's far away in number 8. Ukraine far.
Mosara wana donya she. Onya she bay. Makaso bay one day straight, one dam. Any no way. Road the couple of focus on can say Red Sea factories. What do you mean? For Sagana for 8 months for another. Oh, Fushi.
Thank you very much. You have specifically mentioned corruption within the taxation system. What exactly will you do to stamp this out?
The measures are going to be difficult, but there have to be a variety of them. Including what I call the AHMED principle, setting up highly motivated professional groups of young people who will work, if you like, as it were, undercover to unearth examples of corruption wherever they can find it, and thereby allow the authority to deal with the issue. Because not only do you unearth the corruption, but you actually deal with it in terms of sending people to court, prosecuting them. Hopefully the courts will cooperate and make sure that the offenders are found guilty and sanctions appropriately enforced. So a variety of measures, but a key one is the AHMED principle, as well as, of course, what you do to securize those who are in the tax collecting agencies.
Yeah, thank you very much. You have specifically mentioned corruption within the taxation system. What exactly will you do to stamp this out?
The measures are going to be difficult, but there have to be a variety of them, including what I call the AHMED principle, setting up highly motivated professional groups of young people who will work, if you like, as it were, undercover to unearth examples of corruption wherever they can find it, and thereby allow the authority to deal with the issue. Because not only do you unearth the corruption, but you actually deal with it in terms of sending people to court, prosecuting them. Hopefully the courts will cooperate and make sure that the offenders are found guilty and sanctions appropriately enforced. So a variety of measures, but a key one is the AHMED principle, as well as, of course, what you do to securize those who are in the tax collecting agencies.
Yeah.
Is it the guideline of the IMF that should be used at all levels? Mr. Chairman, you want a yes or no answer? Chairman, let me answer this question before. Mr. Chairman, let me come in. The chairman decided if we yield to the minority leader, he can yield to you. Yes, Chairman. You take it to yourself. You yield it to yourself. Honorable AHMED, to take it. Thank you. Is it the guideline of the IMF that should be used at all levels? Mr. Chairman, you want a yes or no answer? Chairman, let me answer this question before. Mr. Chairman, let me come in. The chairman decided if we yield to the minority leader, he can yield to you. Yes, Chairman. You take it to yourself. You yield it to yourself. Honorable AHMED, to take it. Thank you. Is it the guideline of the IMF that should be used at all levels? Mr. Chairman, you want a yes or no answer? Chairman, let me answer this question before. Mr. Chairman, let me come in. The chairman decided if we yield to the minority leader, he can yield to you. Yes.
Kakaka. News report been a PR di wo minti na no pay eja o dwen ho aya san frewi say mashebedwafo MPP mashebedwafo say mo se mo ye 98 amwan madwen say omanpanyin en yike no furata dia budget presentation anya dia mo beba sanete
kwabi mi chief
ye joso
mo million mo studio so mi chief pa ya
amen
you see omanpanyin ana onu kenan kasa no se wa sipo mo yes budget in kwani you ade biara be party saso be parliament no ye ka ho and you know that includes also the budget and the position article and it starts from now we be biara be saso be parliament no ye fa the mujuma and position e banu
adai esa ne say yenim say mo motion of censure sisi aye ka say o ma shebedwam eno one intinka kama onwie eno ana two mo ankasa mo ne o mampanyi ko di nkomo e mo agye atum say onye IMF nwie onye budget nwie onye appropriation bill nwie ansana mo sa be di nkomo nti ade na adwen sakra bengu na san ba de na akoto sa asemi.
Okay, but we thought one note first.
Yo.
One note vote of censure na a question. I without fear of any contradiction, because the state said majority members of parliament we are support to vote of censure. No
need to
minority no approach no strategy. Na you support to the crime no person. The person is president Ministry there. Also, so approach you and you support to say a big nice resources. Kwani e be bia very welcome be so through there that is here otifia wesi. We mo mutifinancia and I be pay make up you.
Okay.
It you troubles na a better approach. And it you feeling say the better approach to achieving that result. And we say they appeal to President on you. And then now in practical terms no motion you question and you refer to committee the report about plenary you better debate on it you better voting you better voice vote no you better say when he disagrees with the verdict of the speaker and it will call for division click any party you know the report to the president was assuming no to click career the local president was only Europe the constitution also say in May, which means we only appeal to his discretion
into your power
on power And the same thing, they say, Yako catch the president doing in Freehold, or power by or pay away. And it is over say, I could do take. I cook myself. It's inclined. They do take it, no business, but statically, cycles. So I say, Kumasi. Let's see a guy, take the could do. Near but say about the Kumasi Kabu cycle. As I could do Pazua. And just you're most efficient. And it's the same conscience, no, constitutional process, no, the Babano. And no, they prove with. And I say, yes, most of senses, a bakery say, carry me, never knew. A beer bakery, a beer carry. And the career, which is a sub process, a war at best. And then, bakery is what you have to tell majority of members of parliament. They have essential bush in the majority policy, they count. We don't believe in that process. And you know, we are looking into the future. Saying possibilities only, because what essential bakery okay, it must tell the event create a career and it's feasible. Number two, we see a new company share and okay. The no company share and company the say Kim came a first round negotiation ending. Now a friend so budget and in appropriation and clear we are obey the Panama sanity as the few by and water and go for business. There was even you were saying a TV presentation to be analyzed and combine the presidency or non only. Now, no person say, they 138 years question president. And you may be common as a more kind, young Tiasia, or no Tiasia. And no number Tiasia say, President and Cafe, you do that and no obey you were for your telephone. Now, have you come walk or cases should be said, and not be a president because this are no kind. Now, you'll be answered. I only never be there. Now, as a woman, a new book, and many people wanted to eat. I only go back. I know when you hold. Who the booty at the automatic tree, they wanted to eat.
One can't answer no.
TV so young Navy, I'm not going to mention it, but when you have me in society, and yet disrespect as I depend, and we can they show you together as members of parliament of about 138. Now, that is a argument. So, I mean, you want to know in the baby side now, and fat and yet I would say, as I said, and you can as I say, answer. If you mean in the power, or not so many so in the power, and me one crown, or to be sure that disrespect, let alone Nipa 138, I would know yet. Philosopher can out and so much number two, you got to public statements now say they made the best person to bring Ghana out of this economic situation. I am ordained to be the finance minister of Ghana. I said some and may who say you say President Suankasa. Numbers or no one was involved. Saying the honors so can there. Let us say a complimentary first one, which I say, and that they are the members. And then he said, no, we can't be said, of course, I disagree with that principle. Sabi will be a woman necessity because, of course, that's what necessity. And then he says, it should be now, we are not doing business with him. And we will not support anything that comes to America could do.
Now, I know some Nanya Mama Biden and Mupran.
You plan by saying, you are again, such a and it's better for men to be consistent in his belief rather than say, obey and then we are chance now. And you say, about the we are only showing consistency in ability.
Money on my penny equity komo kukwem adentina we mo sanko back and nan kodi komo na mo san dia to dwabio.
Na sabi no man penny equity komo kukwem. Seka it could also have been the case seka I disagree with Saba because Yasuya Santiam. Na rather through surrogates and your passes are missing memory. So this was agreed.
And the first time I'm on this a Kasebe to just say some nipa 80. On my penny frame moko chance person same manager. Now we are masan then it just say monsan and back it down beyond so ban on him bedin koma.
Oh, I can assure you that it is good. Nadia would be a bear just secretary. Since that time, been a lot of consultation. But consultations mean you consider it was a month with probably any of the company at the end of the day. This is the position I guess.
NP before releasing letter, now letter and saying, "Now me and them come about us and Baumia already who she." Now, okay, letter now, and this is for MPP for KBB. I say, oh, where is this letter? I mean, it's a letter we know. My large I mean, who? Where you for watch your letter? Okay, it's here. Let me read it. Now, again, it's into NPP for a release letter, JFK. I say, cessation of collection of membership identification card fees. Cessation of collection of membership identification card fees, November 11, 2022. The National Chairman, the National Executive Council. Now, okay, point one, I'll say as part of the party's initiative to bridge the gap between government and the party, His Excellency, the Vice President, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Baumia Nanchon, on November 9th, 2022, paid a working visit to the headquarters. Say, omo pese party no any aban enya nkitahudie bi ntino eye nantwon anase eye bofo nkwan Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia corruption organ bi ani dibo mu no oba party headquarters. Point 2, omo se den. Following the visit of His Excellency, the Vice President pledged to lead the fundraising efforts to provide and pay for the full cost of membership cards for all polling station executives, electoral area coordinators, constituency executives, regional executives, council of elders, and patrons. Baumia ese ya beya identification card ama MPP for. Baumia so obi anja obetua ni nyina. Baumia to party no. I might say Baumia is discreet. Kwasiato we because a discreet out here. I Baumia oko third one or say, on this note, you are therefore directed to stop collecting payments and other administrative charges for the issuance of the membership card from the aforementioned. Looking forward to your usual cooperation. Baumia and the MPP no onwa oye vice president no onwa oye candidate or person obedi president it is Alan Cash. Baumia as we speak now is the vice president. He is a potential MPP flag bearer. Alan Charantin a cabinet minister or a potential MPP flag bearer. But me know ya Greek minister no or your potential any akronfo to say Jacomo ni Jogate yarefo no omo nyina person be president. Obia resign from the position. Obia officially release document, but we all know said these are the people who want to lead the NPP. Eye den about Nyankwa to be say I party any abino omuninsa was so into a party no headquarters. Na Baobia say obetua eye ID cards no ama eye polling station executives nyina obetua ma electoral area coordinators for nyina obetua ma constituency executives nyina regional executive council. Baobia to party no Alan Chairman Temekacho, you are soft. Baobia is basically buying the vote of all these people. Baumia is basically buying the vote. Ekufuado MPP, Jubilee House, they are buying all the votes. Mutu wo, ya santifo, ya di oku apna baba. He, I confirm you ku confirm baba. Mun kasa sem mema mama eye teni ba omiana ba wabeto party mu nipa nyina because omukuta galamsey sika omukuta Jubilee House sika yete wo ye for more mo bobodam party negu mese party na den egu ekufo ado ne ba wo mo botuo agitumi ama ba omia se onko stande emfesi jo mahama into the MPP now, are you not worried? Are you not frustrated? Don't you feel bad? Don't you think say party no the principles na ira comfort was a bosom or to already echo or the other kakebe man na no akoda wadani sa akoko kontwa and we sit right now yeti aba ometia appearance fee edima obia so ombeto abama no Mahmoud Bawumia is paying appearance fee and this is going to be over $200,000 odes going majimi MPP for ni majimi mo de amodwen say yetamo enkofo we asem party no omobumanim tia obu say dodo ni nyansa mesra mama mfa capital obi capital in shaha na me amika so kotena Ghana ai mo amuso abucha eden no monko Ghana moa mesi akwa na mama nsisem kakra mo amuso abucha eden Ghana no ai dinche Ghana no monko Ghana moa me besisem enti enye obi na ka say osidi na shake na $1 I 15 Ghana e bejo girl I one bill I na dey na shake na hey $1 I mama nya ye na obi busa wotuma kan ye mama ma no dipa na nim na mra o hwa akọ na wo je budum YouTube no you die ochina ye benya 70,000 o de set ya wo wu bibi da ma frem alam zedu party na gu obi a president di ba obi akọ na eye potential flag bearer wa top party no yet wona eye asantifo otufo na mese bedum bebi no enkote na mo bedane mumu bi no enti we ne 15 Ghana obaba no eye nurse no me send we back a oba Kevin thank you me send $10 asemesi obaba na bonanim mara na me de nya de na boge ye benye mo ela sha ha no ai masoso kwa ye enti obi busa ma me fan sha sa ha na mo hu ye kwansma na se me nyo ka me nye I na show no one it be two go aware one enti me ka kire mo so party na gu enti munja isa ankwasi ade na mo nkasa JFK oba de nisa watch young JFK ono ye de ma Jubilee House enti me de me ye messenger me be church mo achemo ba o me so wo to party ni nyina de oba ma no mfe hwe mo de munim de ba
All right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Isufu Mahama Mashood. I am the communication officer for the NDC in the Walwale constituency. Why am I here today? As you can see behind me, this is a signpost of a sword cutting for the Walwale watermelon factory, which happened on the 16th of December 2019. Yesterday, Nana Komia on Metro TV Good Morning Ghana show said the factory had completed and, of course, had employed 300 people working in it. Let's get inside there and see the reality for ourselves. Thank you. Okay, so as you can see, this is the entrance of the Walwale watermelon factory, and as Nana Komia claimed, let's get inside and of course so I can sell you some watermelon. Come on. Okay, so this is the factory, and I'm sure that this factory has employed 300 people. If you can look around, I believe the 300 people Nana Komia was talking about are these grasses that we are seeing. This facility has been abandoned. There's no work going on here. For me to prove you further, let's get to that. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, these are chippings, abandoned chippings of the contractor, and you can see some river sand also lying there. The contractor has abandoned sites. There's no work even going on here, talk less of production. So I want to walk you through the entrance of the facility so that you can see. So this is abandoned river sand left here by the contractor, and I believe it's the same reason, which is that there's no money for any contractor to work. That is why the government has a deficit when it comes to infrastructure as compared to the NDC. So this is the entrance to the supposed completed watermelon factory. And Nana Komia said this factory has begun processing and that 300 Ghanaians were working in here. The question that keeps disturbing me is Why is it that all the time the MPP are bent on putting out falsehood to the Ghanaian public? Because the evidence on the ground actually indicates that what Nana Acumia said isn't true. I was so worried listening to him and hearing him say that 300 Ghanaians were working here. I want us to now get inside the factory so that we can see the reality and know what is actually something going on here. So you can see there are no ceilings. The ceiling works on this project has not even completed. So the doors, the fittings of doors have not been provided. And if I walk in more, you see that there's more evidence of the project being abandoned. How can a watermelon factory produce juice when electrical installations are not done? There's no wiring of any sign of any. There's no sign of any wiring being done in this facility. Yes, Nana Acumia tells us that processing has begun. So let's continue to look around. You see, these are what called wood that have been abandoned or left by the and one would wonder, a project that was supposed to actually, One would wonder, a project that was actually supposed to be completed within a 12-month calendar. From 2019 till date, this project is still standing here. And instead of the MPP telling Ghanaians the truth, all they do is peddling falsehoods and making claims that are not justifiable. And this is the evidence. Anyone with any counter proof can bring it on. But this is the Wale watermelon factory that Nana Acumia spoke about. There is nothing like processing of watermelon going on here, and there is nothing like workers being employed numbering 300 Ghanaians. I also want to let you understand that this the stallment of this factory is affecting a lot of farmers. A lot of people that are into watermelon farming are actually suffering because their produce, there's no ready market for their produce, and this is actually affecting their business. What we expected was the son of Mampro, who is Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, to have given priority to this project, but unfortunately, it is the usual norm of the MPP, always to speak more but do less. So I just came to prove to you the reality on the ground, and I hope that the Metro TV production crew will actually show this to the nation for them to know that what Nana Acumia said on Friday, the 4th of November, was actually a lie. Thank you very much. All right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Isufu Muhammad.
Greetings, and you may be chow. Maybe I will be able to chow. I hope so. Where would you pass it? Where, but your mammy who was system no say where. I mean, shower you marry. I mean, shower you marry. We need the machine gun preacher, and then some bar, and then my topic in a very simple. And then what plans do they have against him now, which is Anas. So basically, no, mechiamo, maybe I'm will be a manganye if any yo. Minganyo juba. Kevin tell mechiao, I mean shrao, Edmadia wo yamagana, any wo selflessness in here. You give yourself to the work. I mean shrao no bushina, no more in yacha so no mouse as in sifam da. All right, and you may make us a Facebook for Mechiamo, YouTube for so Mechiamo. I'm Macho over say who fear now per se or subscribe here. Mr. Very simple and yet tokwa and gidi umbre a patch of our phone. So far phone now. Over subscribe to these channels for us. Alright, so it's going to come on all the four corners. I remember four corners in I enti mepese obeye yi kakra na ama woni ada ho kakra amaye meda wase pa I mean onshira na ompeja no yakese aye de aye aye de aye enti eguso aye koso ni ahwe de ebeye may na shift kakra tiase kra okay all right so all right so all right it is what it is enti eguso aye koso ni ahwe de ebisi enti bacho mebo modian say obehwe four corners ni nyina ohwe four corners na obehu say bibia wo ho kama we enye ayi ohwe so ha Safari TV Africa ewo me right top and me right left so Safari TV Africa, that's on YouTube. On Facebook same thing, Safari TV Africa. Then when you come to the bottom side, we have Safari Media. Yes, Safari Media is also there. Make sure to subscribe to these channels. And Safari Media, no, without politics, no politics. It's just fun videos, stories, and all that, and live worships and all those kind of things. Into there, subscribe here. My politics, no, as Safari TV Africa on YouTube and on Facebook. Into message na kupo meshraw. So ube call phone so meshraw here TV so no meshraw call phone so na subscribe Safari Media and Safari TV Africa both on YouTube and on Facebook. Am I na kupo enyo kase. Afi so no Kevin Taylor channel bakwa o yusu YouTube yusu darara no me hu de asi wo so ensoma me de ba mates oka say it's been held for a reason. I don't know what reason it is, but Mr. say also the new YouTube babeto pacho or the bar pacho mama yan climb in tem na onipa bia animungu ase obi ope bone animungu ase mama yan show yedo mama yan show yedo unti ne atiase mo so boti ase a yenti their life nyansa ya ho de sika nyina ato ho ya bo adwuma nti no omso mmomode na mommo aye na yenko yanim eno na meso mehwehwe efiri menwana mo ho. All right, so let me do this. It said the channel is whatever. Okay. All right, so mamincha adofo kakra ewo ha me pacho so wo ha otu sound ni ya pacho mami hu sound na ye okay a pacho mami hu sound na okay a mami hu. All right, inti that is it. The Safari Media pacho koso there are videos over there. You're going to laugh, you're going to see me in videos inti bomodia na fauti eshaho yenko yanim ene yenche ebe phone lines na de inti no yebeko yanim so kakra inti nyakobo nhira no mpagya no nyo kese mpagya no nyo kese. All right, so yako yanim diaba no eno no inti galamsey economy no yenya yehu galamsey economy. So we have seen the galamsey economy the any government no sania o mayo munyama esi no we are convinced that abribia no anansi yobuto abribia no anansi yobuto na sa enyito no eno ena eye problem no. That is the problem. Yes, eno ena eye problem no, because what I know ni say ameswale eye ni video wie ya o kɔ ne fie akɔyɛ n'adeɛ na enibrefo bi ne enipabɔnefo bi akɔbɔ ne tuo akuno. Just like that, they just killed the guy just like that. All right, enti it's one of those things that politicians enti me amiti hey, because of what I'm doing, no, but me cry to want no, anything can happen. They can do anything. They can try to do anything to me. What I say? Because this government is a lying government. Umudin drop into one you're careful. Omega say you don't know what they're talking about, but it's real. Umudin draw. They are bad people. Into the Yabeshe who ye near her, send your bay near Mafa. Na most of them from Piebo and Tayachi. Into Iguswa Yakoyanim. All right, and so me the video be brachemu. Me the video be brachemu. Me say mo be subscribe ni enko yanim na yenhwe de ene ewo ho. All right. So Anas abeyi nkrofo we too again after ayi number 12 ne bae no. Enyama bebre e bae. Yeku SUALE ene ho keka ho. And as I say, other galamsey economy and swaba. And we all know that the galamsey economy is against this particular government in power. Yes, it's against this particular government in power. And to the me beside say, do we think, say, this government, government be a say, you be too amofu, and I say, you be count many man. That's what I want to know from you. And to know. They don't love to be, corrected. They want to keep the correction, the corruption. They want to keep the project. Any dream, they want to keep it. And they were the ones that were saying they don't have any kind of corruption and whatsoever it is. Meanwhile, we all know that they are big liars. They are big liars. Enti yakɔ anim ai yakɔ anim nya hwede ebisi ewa brabo ne mu. All right, medin the machine gun preacher ebiom eba chokro din baby akasa free na membo udin na yankɔ anim nya hwede ya medi ebisi meda say na me nhyira. I'm going for a short break and I'll be back.
Of His Excellency, the Vice President pledged to lead the fundraising efforts to provide and pay for the full cost of membership cards for all polling station executives, electoral area coordinators, constituency executives, regional executives, council of elders, and patrons. Bawumia ese yebeye identification card ama MPP for. Bawumia so obi anja obetua ni nyina Bawumia to party no I might say Bawumia is discreet kwasiato we because discreet out here I Bawumia oko third one or say on this note, you are therefore directed to stop collecting payments and other administrative charges for the issuance of the membership card from the aforementioned. Looking forward to your usual cooperation. Bawumia and the MPP no onwa oye vice president no onwa oye candidate or person obedi president to say Alan Cash. Bawumia as we speak now is the vice president. He is a potential MPP flag bearer. Alan Chamantin a cabinet minister or a potential MPP flag bearer. But me know your Greek minister no or your potential any akronfo to say Jacomo ni Jogate yarefo no omo nyina person mu di president. Obia resign from the position. Obia officially release the document, but we all know said these are the people who want to lead the NPP. Eye dan na Bawumia to me ba say I party any abino omuninsa woso into obesra party no headquarters. Na Bawumia say obetua eye ID cards no ama eye polling station executives nyina obetua ma electoral area coordinators for nyina obetua ma constituency executives nyina regional executive council. Bawumia to party no Alan Chamantin catch you are soft. Bawumia is basically buying the vote of all these people. Bawumia is basically buying the vote. Ekufuado MT4 party negu. Mr. Party na den egu Ekufuado ne Bawumia mo botuo agitumi ama Bawumia say onko stande emfesi John Mahama. Into the MPP now, are you not worried? Are you not frustrated? Don't you feel bad? Don't you think say party no the principles na ira go for to wasa bosom or to already echo or the kakebe man na akoda wadani sa akoko kontwa. And we sit right now yati Bawumia tia appearance fee edima obia so ombeto abama no. Mahmoud Bawumia is paying appearance fee and this is going to be over $200,000. Oh, just going. Wajimi MPP for ni bi wajimi mo de amodwin say yetamo enkofo we asem party no omobumanim tia obu say dodo ne nim nyansa mesra mama memfa capital obi capital nsha na me ameka so kwotena Ghana ai mo amusa abrocha eden no monko Ghana moa let's see akwa na ma mensesem kakra mo amosi abrocha de Ghana no ai dinche Ghana no monko Ghana moa me besesem enti enye obi na ka say o se de na shake na $1 I 15 Ghana you bejo girl I one po I na de na shake na hey $1 I ma menya ni ye na obi busa wotuma kan ye ma memma eyi no nipa na nim ne mra o hwa akọ na wo je se budum YouTube no we will die ochina ye benya 70,000 what they say tia we wu bibi da my friend Malam Zedu party ne gu obi a president di ba obi akọ na eye potential flag bearer wa top party no ye ti wona eye asantifo otumfo na mese bedum brebi no enkotre na mo bedane mumu bi no enti we ne 15 Ghana obaba no eye nursing no me send we ba ko a obra Kevin thank you me send ne $10 asemesi obaba na bonanim Malam na me de menya de na boge ye benyem omo ela sha ha no ai masoso kra ye into people say ma me fan sha ha na mo hu ye kwansma na se menyo ka menye na sha ho no one etumi etu gu aware one enti me ka kire mo so mo party na gu enti munjai sa nkwasi ade na monkasa JFK oba de nisa watch young JFK ono ye je ma Jubilee House enti me de me ye messenger mi be church mu ache mu ba omi ase wo to party ni nyina de o be ma no mfe hwe mo de munim de ba
In 2012, presidential candidate Akufo-Addo was asked how he would tackle corruption, and his answer caused a stare. He would use the ANAS principle, he said.
Setting up highly motivated professional groups of young people who will work undercover to unearth examples of corruption wherever they can find it. What I call the ANAS principle.
Akufo-Addo would go on to lose the 2012 election, resulting in a Supreme Court petition, which he eventually also lost.
Atuguba Adeyira Bafubani Gwedegwe and Akotoba JJC dismissed the claim of overvoting.
The Supreme Court of our nation has spoken. The result of December 2012 presidential election, whilst I disagree with the court's decision, I accept it.
After two failed attempts in 2008 and 2012.
Today, this year, the lowest rate of growth in our history in the last 22 years under the watch of Mahama. And he is saying, with these statistics, that we should give him another chance. We are not going to give him another 4 years.
2016 would finally turn out to be the year for Akufo-Addo.
I, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo,
having been elected to the high office of President of the Republic of Ghana,
having been elected to the high office of the President of the Republic of Ghana.
Akufo-Addo's inaugural address was filled with the promise of a new dawn.
A new dawn has arisen in Ghana, which will enable us to build a new Ghanaian civilization, which will be the beacon of Africa and the wonder of the world.
The early days seemed equally as promising, with social interventions such as NAPCO and free SHS.
From today onwards, no child will ever be denied senior high school education simply because his or her family is unable to afford it.
And the pushing of the Ghana Beyond Aid agenda.
Since I became president, I've been advocating for a Ghana, indeed an Africa beyond aid. We have to get away from this mindset of dependence, this mindset about what can France do for us.
Then, in the second year, we released number 12.
The penalty.
Tiger Eye's football investigation rocked the very core of the sport in the country, shocking the entire nation and resulting in government moving to dissolve the Ghana Football Association.
When they went to the port with the custom officials, I know some people were punished. So minimum, we expect that some people will be sanctioned. It shows gross incompetence.
Many people are lacking of everything, but
Poverty is not an excuse for dishonesty.
In the aftermath of Number 12, Member of Parliament for Asin Central, Kennedy Ejapong, launched an attack on Tiger Eye, raining abuse and threatening to expose our reporters.
Why are very dangerous? What in Manila here? We share maybe a panasu or buy a premises. I say, me.
His smear campaign led to the cover of our lead investigator, AHMED Hussein SUALE, being blown. AHMED was eventually assassinated by known assailants in January 2019.
A Ghanaian undercover journalist has been shot dead. Ahmed Hussein SUALE was a member of Tiger Eye Private Investigations. He was driving home in the capital, Accra, when reports say men on motorbikes shot him 3 times.
He was instrumental in a wide-reaching expose into corruption in Ghana football, about which the BBC Africa Eye program made a documentary.
Surprisingly, there was relative silence from the presidency, apart from a social media post and a statement from the government. The president would later go on to say Ahmed's death could have been as a result of another crime. Press freedom was under massive threat.
I really got worried after I received the news of Ahmed SUALE's death. It was so gruesome, the way he died. Bullets to the neck, to the chest, just for, trying to help the state become a better place. And for Ahmed SUALE to die that way really triggered a wave of terror, a wave of worry in the realm of undercover, I must say. And that's really got many of us to take a break, hide ourselves even more than we ever did in times past, hide our families.
And one would have thought that Anas and his men would have been applauded for what they did, but sinister motives were displayed in certain circles, exemplified by Kennedy Ejapong, an MP who was an MP and still an MP, who openly on the television incited violence, invited people to finish him up, and within days it happened.
And then came the Galamsey menace. Illegal small-scale mining was and still is wreaking havoc among land and water resources in Ghana. The Akufo-Addo government promised to end it by establishing the Interministerial Committee on Illegal Mining. When we went undercover on the status quo, the findings were nasty. We found members of the committee willing to take money to betray their very mandate, including the secretary, Charles Basu. After glaring evidence of corruption, Basu was left off the hook with no punishment whatsoever. Followed by lies.
So in the video you can tell that I wasn't even interested. I didn't know what was really happening.
I never took bribe, but ushered way in it no straight to the bottom, no to go about no be an in time no one or punishing.
March 2020. 31 days the world is not likely to soon forget.
COVID brought the world to a standstill.
Fellow Ghanaians, these are not ordinary times. So let us all put our shoulders to the wheel. And I'm confident that together, by the grace of God, we shall overcome this challenge.
And Ghana began to get things wrong. More controversy came in the name of the National Cathedral.
Since gaining our freedom and independence from the British colonial power, Ghana has so far been spared civil war, famine, and epidemics. And the construction of the cathedral will be an act of thanksgiving to the Almighty for His blessings, favor, grace, and mercies on our nation.
With the government rallying citizens to pay for its construction.
It was not a nationalistic cathedral, but somebody promised it, and they loaded it on us to contribute. In the first place, they told us that we were not going to contribute a quota, for which reason Duncan William or Kachia said we should shut up, because the cathedral was going to be built on their own resources that will be regarded, not the taxpayers' money.
Not to talk of the scandal of top ruling party officials like Chairman Wontumi involved in mining.
2021, August 19th,
Now I can tell mine na nkasa atwere command the Regional Security Council. Say omumano security men. Na omumfonko asase abande amano so. Na galamsey for aba asase no ntimi kopa momufrio. These illegal miners have been mining on our concession and in water bodies. I am by this correspondence therefore launching a formal complaint to your outfit to assist us with necessary security detail to arrest all such illegal mining.
Well, you recall that the Lands and Natural Resources Ministry made a declaration that no license has been issued for mineral prospecting in any forest reserve across the area and even in the country as well.
And using gun violence to consolidate gains and intimidate others.
The video of thugs and bandits belonging to Chamawun to me engaging in an armed combat. Hey. These are the bandits we are talking about.
What's that kind of
Meanwhile, the economy is now in a huge mess.
The beginning of the year, you could actually get $1 for 6 cedis, but currently $1 is actually going for 9 cedis, 39 pesos.
The dollar is hitting the roof. It's getting to 14 Ghana cedis.
The truth of the matter is that Ghana has borrowed so much that investors now know for sure that we may not be able to pay that money back.
With inflation at an all-time high, cost of living skyrocketing, and the cedi proving to be the worst performing currency in the world.
Our debt is simply unsustainable. Because of that, investors are deserting our markets. That is leading the government to borrow from domestic markets because it cannot get international investors to supplement. In so doing, it is generating additional forces in the economy that are creating inflation because of the crowding out effect. And the fact that that inflation leads investors to try and dump cedi assets and move it to the dollar is damaging our currency.
It remains to be seen how the country will wriggle its way out of its current economic woes.
I think it's an issue of willingness and obedience to what Christ would like us to do. Honest, good job done over that period, yes.
Until such persons are made to resign or removed,
you should not stay a single day longer.
This is the time, Your Excellency, to make changes.
IMF has never been an economic strategy.
Tell the Ghanaian public that this is the last time we are going to IMF. You are a liar.
But the man said COVID came in to spoil all the plans.
They're asking questions. The streets, they're asking questions.
It is obvious, fellow Ghanaians, that you have a government that cares.
Long before we got into this economic mess, tongues had been wagging on issues of scratch my back and I scratch yours and conflict of interest issues at the Ministry of Finance regarding Minister Ken Ofori-Atta and his former company Databank, as well as Charles Edubwahine as Minister of State, formerly of Black Star Brokerage. Tiger Eye decided to investigate, and this is what we found. On June 1st, 2021, the Ministry of Finance released a statement to clear itself of any wrongdoing on the part of Ken Ofori-Atta and Charles Edubwahine on both conflict of interest and abuse of office regarding their former companies. The selection process for firms to act as primary dealers and bond market specialists is based only on merit. The Minister of Finance or his deputies have absolutely no hand in the selection process. The process cannot be subject to any manipulations, the statement from the ministry said.
No, Black Star Securities, Edubwahine's company, had next to zero market share at the time
they were made part of this whole bond, acquisition and sale process.
While the ministry statement contends that the minister and his deputies had no hand at all in the selection of companies, Regulation 169 of LI 2378, Public Financial Management Regulation 2019, gives him and his deputies the power and authority to approve all companies in the sector. Ken Ofori-Atta and his Minister of State, therefore, approved their own data bank and Black Star brokerage. Tiger Eye also observed that Regulation 165 of the LI gives the minister the power to sell government securities. There has been a sale of government securities to Data Bank for onward sale. Ken Ofori-Atta, as minister, sells the securities to his own former bank, Data Bank, where he still holds a significant percentage of shares despite resigning from his official positions. Would this not amount to conflict of interest, contrary to Article 284 of the 1992 Constitution? As a country, how do we ensure that we enact relevant laws to prevent coming finance ministers with financial institutions from using their position to assist their own firms or friends? According to Ken Ofori-Atta in Parliament, his company Data Bank has made 151 million Ghana cedis, while his Minister of State, Charles Edubuahin's Black Star brokerage, has raked in millions of cedis. Should these companies not be made to account for the millions they've accrued as a result of the conflict of interest and abuse of office issues? Again, can a minister just dip his hand into the consolidated fund and withdraw money without parliamentary approval? Article 178 of the 1992 Constitution is clear that he cannot do so without parliamentary approval. He withdrew an amount of 199 million Ghana cedis for the construction of the National Cathedral without parliamentary approval.
The truth of the matter is that a lot of the projects on which we've spent money, for which reason we've borrowed way beyond our capacity to pay back, are simply projects that were cooked to put money in the pockets of people that are powerful and close to other powerful people, essentially cronies of the government. Many of the projects are simply projects that have been cooked to enrich cronies of the government. We must take a scalpel to the national budget and cut every single sign of waste, because if we don't do that, we will not be able to create a credible reform plan with or without the IMF.
The year 2017 was the beginning of what has become known as the Ghana banking crisis. It lasted between August 2017 and January 2020. The Bank of Ghana, BOG, allowed several indigenous banks to be taken over by private companies between August 2017 and January 2019 after Nana Akufo-Addo was elected president in December 2016.
They are going to provide financial resources to support the indigenous banks that would need help in raising the 400 million minimum paid up capital that's required. And number three, they have also said that they are going to be more diligent in ensuring that good governance prevails. That it has been said that nobody is going to lose their money if they have given their monies to licensed banking institutions. We will not have this panic withdrawals continue, okay, because it is going on and it has gone on because people have been afraid.
The crisis is the most severe economic crisis to affect Ghana since it became an independent country in 1960. During this time, the Tiger Eye team became concerned about this and its implications on the economy. Why was this happening? Who was in charge of these decisions? Was the seeming alertness by the economic managers just a flash in the pan or meant to last? Months before Ahmed was brutally shot by yet-to-be-identified gunmen, Tiger Eye went undercover as investors willing to pump money into the Ghanaian economy. The plan was to invest close to $500 million into the banking sector and in other projects, and we wanted those who could lead us to the relevant power players to make it happen. We met with several people who promised to help. They included businessmen, so-called fixers, and even a top Ghanaian lawyer who gave us astute legal advice. He rightfully advised us to retain 75% control of the bank we wanted to set up and leave the remaining 25% for a local partner. Yet, none of them came close to the state minister, who's not only a public servant betraying public trust, but a top keeper of Ghana's purse, Charles Edubuahene, then the Deputy Minister for Finance.
I say that I should explain to you for your own respect. It's not good for him to have every discussion with you outside. He says that it's also true to their royal way of having discussion with their guests. You will have discussion with him or her in the open, and then you will dive into a closed door meeting. So that's.
In 2012, presidential candidate Akufo-Addo was asked how he would tackle corruption, and his answer caused a stare. He would use the
All right, thank you very much. Let's go back to our work, and I think we've seen enough. I should become a, and you know, when go back to a human in your dear, you bet me I had the aboard the air. I mean, never light it, I don't know why. All right, so thank you very much again. Let's move on to what we have today. All right, and then me issue no and say, a dear ben and MPP4 at this time, or more planning against more planning against, how do you call it, more planning against Anas. Now, you share more videos and things that have happened. Yama SEC Oshemwa more planning yama be, but I won't say at this time crowd make us a crowd no. Me person because we all know that Anas covers his face so they can do his work. Supreme Court have been trying to remove the marks from his face. Yes, Supreme Court has been trying to unmask him. Now, the Biamika say, so who men na nkwasiafo na di oman so a ya na se bi na ya na ya. So mpanyifo omunim nyansa na di oman so a ya na oman no eye edi esi apene. Na se say Ghana baby edui ye si apene or how checherenche pa na ato Ghana for so. Na mehwe abra John Dramani Mahama owo power no enye mo do tutu akwam the way are all respected judiciary na ene ase MPP wo mo judiciary wo mo respected John Dramani Mahama in anything that he does. And I ask myself some questions, say, why is this that we Ghanaians or we Africans yajuna aseni yajuna enye juma? You were good statesman, wa bobra wa ye juma wa Ghana. I'm a Ghana for you know so wa ye juma. Kaneno ni ye din trosha no. Ye kan sem gunu so ni nyina say ni nyina Ghana for etumi ehu say entro no mutwa gu John Dramani Mahama so gu no hu animu ase gu no hu fin. Ni ma mi wu kura onu ani krom ni ene be gina waka say Mahama koji Ford bribe. Ye nyanu mu pepefo bi a e wo say come ye loyal to their brother and stand behind their brother no. Wo mu mo no mu di omunua atem. What I say? Na sabio ya yes ade we nyina ama John Dramani Mahama ahwe na konwa ama ne omu wo mu so makoko school a omu ni made a chese omako omanimu a been to the university have their PhDs, still can tell you point blank, say, they still can't see anything that John Dramani Mahama did. I've spoken to some people, many ni pakasa. So say me intro. I've spoken to people. Just say, iti usi uhu dia Mahama aye. Oh Mahama they also want hey. Mahama hasn't done anything. What did Mahama do? You will argue and argue and argue, though you have evidence. Mahama they see way, Mahama they see way, Mahama they see way. They will still tell you Mahama didn't do anything. Mahama didn't bring any socio-economic idea, any honky kahoni idea. Maybe say Rebecca say, okay, call hospital free of charge, and now call free of charge. You think that is better than building a hospital? The amount of free birth, hospital be munabeko. You think because Mahama did not say all schools are free now, free SHS, obia free of charge, because he did not say that, and he did it a gradual, process of a place where obia o here so obeko bia beko ebeko no. Mo say no, meanwhile, John Mama was able to do this free SHS, a gradual process for people to start climbing on a ladder. Not everybody. You can say same way. Ghana for say, omuntiase, omuntibida. Be anyone back on Betty. And when Mokasa John the money bar or back trap free SHS. And all this, and then free SHS. I could say, what is it now? I have basa, and who gunimasi. I have poto, I say, Golani Janindi, and Golani did deep in Pennyfuatem, did dear Kufano said it is a Korani Hunga Kahon. Uta say, Omuso Muhia Kufano tea and a Kwesakawa, because he can't pay the Uta say. And so this is my point, and this is what I'm saying. My point is that people are blind, and people seem to be so blind on the very good things that John Dramani Mahama did in this country. What I say, and then what you are afraid now, Mobom Wasum, a catch up say, Monumuhu, a good father no, a real or third the second term. I will now quack a third term called Bessa Quacker. Because I don't quite know per power deal or per power deal crying aye. Yes, no per power deal and aye. So, eti Ghana for woman engineer, yam penny for now, woman Ghana now, woman so mudi Ghana nim no, woman need any kind of or any sort of idea beyond the money, and I'm way beyond the money in any way. They don't, and I'm being real with you, and nobody can be real with you than me. They don't. What I say, eti now. Udwini ho a won't say ubedwini ho a you'll be thinking about it, you do whatever you want, but you will still not understand it. Won't say what I say. And me point it and say mama ya ninda ho ya ma ya ninda ho a ebeboa ye esen say ya betra say nedi mu asem. Yes, that I can be real with you on that, because Ghana no ya wo good bibia kama ewo Ghana, but the ekoso no ewo Ghana no mobo say ye wo leadership a yenim say empanyfo na ekura ekuyi ombetumi aboa ama oman yakoso kama ama bibia kama enso ni nyina achi no, we can't seem to move forward. Yes, and that is the truth. We can't seem to move forward because ye empanyfo no a womu see womu onyansa no ejimi sem a yendi no eno no mudi. Number one, obi say KT Hammond. Me hu penye we jimi say KT Hammond da. Onu na oba or tiwa na catch Ghana for or catch parliament say parliament to have a new building. What I say? Omu ye hu for so. Omu ye hu for eso omu na ma omu ye omu say do mu suro hwe no. Omu ye hu for nkasa. And I'm going to be real with you. Omu ye hu for pa. Enti de wo ho no ebi eno no enti no omembo modia na yenka ye ho yenka ye ho ne ehunu se ye wadwuma ye wo Ghana ha we can't rest until 2024 John Dramani Mahama wins the election. We can't sleep, neither can we slumber. It's supposed to be a do or die. Because I had the Wagana ha. Minya, and then diesel. Diesel you're saying. Minya, and then diesel you're saying. Diesel year almost 110. 110 cities. Diesel almost 110 Ghana cities. A DNT and I was say a banner sa or man with Abrana diesel ye 25 Ghana na ye pre ho 14 cities ni ade 15 cities ni ade ye see yen bi da Mahama de wa be say o man no ene you same people that said that Mahama had corrupted the country no you can't open your mouth and be straightforward and honest at this moment and say and okure ampa Mahama say it's just Jimmy na so say obi ti wa ene de say Akufo-Addo kura no o disika o say ade obeka cho play say o say Akufo-Addo no otumi ye yi o ka say Akufo-Addo no onso ndibi donko o say matisa mavaka bi sa people have been saying this o woman ndibi donko woman ndibi donko na me bisa wo be dibi na kono eye emo a ya no a tujimi ni anu asi wo no bi ndibi ana ase de it's a question. Iti wakasa bisa ho se oman ya team se ye wo man ya team na oman ne etisa aya na ede mwa ene benye free sa ohaw ne mu nothing, absolutely nothing. What I say so mama yanka no kure e wo bibia ye yem because yanka no kure eno na sese edi yenya e wo Ghana sese a ene ye hu de ye ho ma me fa this parivi kitwa bi mbrɛ na fe yenkasa kakra na yenko yanimu. All right, because me I'm suspecting say they are going to target SUALE big time because we be revealing him. They are going to target this guy big time, and I pray say he will be very vigilant in everything that he does. Like I say, I'm praying. Okay, so daily graphic Oforiata committee split over ambush evidence. Sa same way ye kasa ye kan abra ye ni abra ye kan sama ye ko yanimu. This is what is happening. The leadership now almost more committee ni mu na nkasa no. Woma ye divided. Afi Gabriel Chidakwa betina se enkwasiasem nkasakeka any pomposity washing the suit or say only 45 kilos or 45 days. Now me say what is that got to do with anything? What is your 45 kilos got to do with anything? Arrogance is killing this dude. Arrogance is killing this MPP boys. They forget where they came from. They are forgotten where they came from. It is the echo so I will mind mono. Na mpeni fa trase ni ye ka asemo na obi ama figures a o se wonti ase figures we dey wow figures a oni pese o catch se figures yi e wo book no hwe ko Ghana Statistical Board e wo ho ko finance ministry e wo ho the page was a that wonti ase he will say whatever he wants to say to blind the people of Ghana. This finance minister is just odd amongst all the finance ministers that we have gotten so far. Oh, yeah, odd. In a very negative manner. Listen, in a very negative manner. Na ya. Na ni nyina echi okomni o haw na tete e wo Ghana nyina echi. Yesi ko yempe ubio. O se da mempene mintumi nko. Also you work free. You work free. They say ye po bi a oba ye adwuma no bagisika. Enti be se esrew bobo dia park ho because adwuma na wo ye no sika na wo ngidi nti no utumi ye adwuma no ye. Enti ye po bi obagisika. Ko osemenko. Ko osemenko. Enti won kasa uni dignity say oba resign. What is only unni a yibia se oba resign. Now what to me ati wanim guase e atenase. You don't care. MPP MPs against Ken Oforiatta threatened to boycott 2023 budget. If you people would have done this all along, from beginning, not siding with MPP, but speaking the truth, in Kenega Ghana, kakra. But because you people seem to be like party first, money second, or money first, party second, before the country. And you know, this is how it's going to happen. And then, all right, so NPP MPs again. No, we're different. Sack Akufu Ado, not Ken Oforiatta Amwakuba. And I side with Amwakuba. Yes, because the problem is Akufo-Addo himself. He is allowing himself to be told. He is allowing himself to be puppeted. And so, Kronoa Bokurentino, Osiwo say Agama lizard. Why did he say on pre uncle babia? Uko suba fem baby otene hwa note. Uye die ontwe ne hoda. That's what it is right now. It will say, yes, Sake Akufo-Addo. But how do we Sake Akufo-Addo? Finance Minister Ponos your uncle. Akufo-Addo. You think Akufo-Addo will resign easily? No. Embassy. We all know that. All right, so let's go. $80,000 US accounted for in announced latest video project. Yes. Katie Hammond underestimates public anger on economic hardship. Oh, omo sika, omo de ombedi, inti no omo hu brena Ghana for ebreno. Eno na ye mimi issue no. Inti ten na fe no my study. Was a Ghana for yedi abre. Inti this what it is. Chairman Sabosu days as parliamentary minister numbered. Hey, everybody saying, why then? Why then? Jena if I saying, Chairman Sawaye, Chairman Sawaye, or a comfortable worker, on your hair. Chairman Sabosu. On your hair. Then why? Ye kaye na went ye. Debi na ube hu. Afe na mu hu se akwano ye bonsam. Kevin Taylor be really dinner temu a mo se mo nti ase. Tell man kasa fe mo kan ba. Mo kan ba. Ye twem. Mudu baby edu ye na fe enua na nteko. Se woni discernment that's Jimmy enko na be Jimmy a. Jimmy ko. Who cares? Afe na why dey. Okujeto Ablakwa stands up to Gabby's bullying tactics. All right. And the crepa I say massa. Untim be kire me. Medjuma parliament how? Because when you're parliamentarian, you don't belong, you're a stranger. You are just a stranger. And that's the truth. In parliament, everybody else is a stranger except parliamentarians. They can choose to even tell Babwin he's a stranger. Oh God. Yeah. All right, so increase the rate of royalties chiefs to Akufo-Addo. More. I vote Jimmy for. Ye increase them. Mon kase ye decrease taxes ni nyama na aba but ye increase mo de ben. Ye increase mo de royalties oh. Ah there. I mean shamo. Say nti na Akufo-Addo Jimmy a mo se mon ka no. Te mon koso. Eh de etia. The hard yet. You increase it. You be increase it. Don't worry. All right, and then check. And you know, get ready to bring your phone calls. Ocha will do a full work. And I say I break a crack, but it is what it is. All right, so Baume is now an appearance fee VIP. Hey, appearance fee. Hey. Gabby caught signaling to Katie Hammond at Oforiata's vote of censure hearing. Question be near to me answer. What boring you check Katie Hammond? Like Katie Hammond, chance not to action. That's what is going on. See, that's what it says. All right, so Mama NBA full lines no. We are indeed communicate to Ebi. As I say, Ghana, baby, I do know. I do your cheat. I quite anymore. I as a film dear, but we have no choice. We have no choice. I had him pa. I had him. It's maybe a full lines, you know. Into what open be so basel, ufrebiano. You can call any moment, anytime, while we are still going through the program. But before that, no, Safari Media, Pacho, subscribe you oho, Nyanko enim, Esrel, Bomodiana subscribe you oho, and Yankupo, Payawo, Kese. All right, so I'm waiting for 2-3 minutes so that we can see what we can do, and then we can do what we have to do. If not that, then what we're going to do is that we're going to do the calling. All right, so the calling is on. Let me paste the number. Look, I say easy one. It is easy. Getting strength to sit here is not an easy task at all. Crack. It is what it is. It's a question. Minyanum, Yanko, Nianshe dear, Yabaye. If you're the na Yanko nim. Na a major voice messages, and then one share me to inbox voice messages. Maybe intino, or may I share the Beshe, na Yanko nim. As I say, dear, or mino, a shit, or mino, a shit, or mana shoe, or mana shit, and kasa. The omino is she's done. Father say mine. All right, Mama go ahead. Let's go for a break, and then we're going to be back at our first caller. Thank you.
Na me enda men kaba obi aseni ba omi a obi do hu hwe na o kan letter na NDC for MPP for ka bibi I say, oh, where is this letter? Me say letter we know. My large na me who. You for watch your letter. Okay, it's here. Let me read it. Now again, it's Cynthia NPP for us a release letter. JFK. I say, cessation of collection of membership identification card fees. Cessation of collection of membership identification card fees. November 11, 2022. The national chairman, the National Executive Council. Now, point one, I'll say the as part of the party's initiative to bridge the gap between government and the party, His Excellency the Vice President Alhaji
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Nanchong, on November 9th, 2022, paid a working visit to the headquarters. Say, pesa party no any aban enya nkitahudie bi ntino eye Nanchong anase eye Bufron Kwan Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia correctional Ghana bi anidi bo mu no oba party headquarters. Point 2, say the following the visit of His Excellency, the Vice President pledged to lead the fundraising efforts to provide and pay for the full cost of membership cards for all polling station executives, electoral area coordinators, constituency executives, regional executives, council of elders, and patrons. Bawumia ese yebeye identification card ama MPP for Bawumia so obi anja obetua ni nyina Bawumia to party no I might say Bawumia is discreet kwasiato we because a discreet out here I Bawumia oko third one or say, on this note, you are therefore directed to stop collecting payments and other administrative charges for the issuance of the membership card from the aforementioned. Looking forward to your usual cooperation. Bawumia say and the MPP no onwa oye vice president no onwa oye candidate or person obedi president it is Alan Cash. Bawumia as we speak now is the vice president. He is a potential MPP flag bearer. Alan Chamantin a cabinet minister or a potential MPP flag bearer. But me no ya Greek minister no or your potential any akromfo to say Jacomo ni Jogate yarefo no omo nyina person di president. Obia resign from the position. Obia officially release the document, but we all know said these are the people who want to lead the NPP. Eye dan na Bawumia kwa tumi ba say I party any aban no omo ninsa wo so into obesra party no headquarters. Na Bawumia say obetua eye ID cards no ama eye polling station executives nyina obetua ma electoral area coordinators for nyina obetua ma constituency executives nyina regional executive council. Bawumia to party no Alan Chamantin catch you are soft. Bawumia is basically buying the vote of all these people. Bawumia is basically buying the vote. Ekufuado MPP, Jubilee House, they are buying all the votes. Mutuo, ya santifo, ya di oku apma beba. He, I confirm you I confirm beba. Mun kasase mema, mama eye teni Bawumia na ba, wabe top party muni penina. Because omu kuta galamse sika, omu kuta Jubilee House sika, yetwa ya for more, mu bobodam. Party negu. Mese party na eden, egu. Ekufuado ni Bawumia omo botuo agitumi ama Bawumia se onko stande emfesi John Mahama. Into the MPP mina, are you not worried? Are you not frustrated? Don't you feel bad? Don't you think say party no the principles na ira ko for to wasa bosom oto already eko or the kakebe man na no akoda wadane sa akoko kontwa. And we sit right now yeti Bawumia tia appearance fee edima obia se ombeto abama no. Mahmoud Bawumia is paying appearance fee, and this is going to be over $200,000. Oh, just going. Majimi, MPP for ni be majimi. Modu say yetamu. En konfo we asemo party no. Omo bu manimtia omo say dodo ni nyansa mesra mama memfa capital obi capital in shaha. Na me ameka so kwetena Ghana. Ai mo amosi abrocha yeden no monko Ghana moa. Na si akwa na mama nsesem kakra. Mo amosi abrocha ye de Ghana no ay dinche Ghana no monko Ghana moa mebesesem enti enye obi na ka say osi de na shake na $1 I 15 Ghana ye bejo girl I one po I na de na shake na hey $1 $1 I mama nya ye na obi busa wotuma kan ye mama ma no nipa na nim ne mra o hwa akọ na wo je budum YouTube no we will die ochina ye benya 70,000 what they say tia we will be da my friend Malam Zedu party negu obi a president di ba obi an ko na eye potential flag bearer wa top party no yet one eye asantifo otumfo na mese bedum brebi no enkotre na mo bedane mumu bi no enti we ne 15 Ghana obaba no eye nursing no me send we ba ko a obra Kevin thank you me send na $10 asemesi obaba na bonanim Malam na me de menya de na boge ye benye mo ena sha ha no ai masoso kra ye into people say ma me fan sha ha na mo hu ye kwansma na se menyo ka menye ena sha ho no one etumi gu aware one enti me catch them some party na gu enti munja isa nkwasi ade na monkasa JFK oba de nisa watch young JFK ono oye de oma Jubilee House enti me de me ye messenger me be church mu achemu ba omi ase wo to party ni nyina de obe ma no mfe hwe mo de munim de ba
Batatimika, aha, eti bomodia na uha me be phone lines no na friend na fe yendi komo kakra na yenko yanim. Alright, so my penny number na wo no. Menyaji keke, me take se kam tell akasa se ya na menyaji. Uni out Ghana. Kasa go na edi o. Ebi bebre, but e bebre simbi. De be kam tell akasa asebui. Meti me hwe na me bra na minisika na ma be hwe US ma be makra me dollar e o 15 cedis yo ha masa ubesu ubeda mo boga se edi agro ye kasa che ma monte eye mo se mo ani oga 4 more for nana 4 more for nana 4 more for nana 4 more for nana no ube didokunu ni eyi banku no wu nega chen egu for the be free no na oyem etwa bankukuro uni bankukuro mena metia menum eyi me drink bi Ute Ghana. Oh, heavy. Udu konawa. Do what? Hey, don't come be. Cement 100 cedis. Open to say. Hey. Bra, ubeto cement the same. Ubeto saying, cement no, ubeto saying, metal tray. Concrete no, ubeto. Hello. Yeah. Good morning. I'm saying. Kasa free. Ai, kumase wa. Kasa ni enko. Oh, melusu no. Concrete no. Ube na kakra. Uto 3 at the time. 3. Na unika Ghana. Ebrimule moto koto cement. Ubekoro no a renti moto no tenimu no a park cement 10 egunachi o ja se cement 10 na egunachi okunye no we say okunya say okosi sa say na cement him say me say bi okra omode moto koto iron rods o de hu he me ka kiro me say enye hu hwe ai onye hu hwe me say Ube say yes. Ebin me bre pa. Nega cement no ube to 3. Because 3 no ahi 3 cedi say cement no 300 cedis. Ai ye humpo. Hello. But low background sound. Okay, But you kasa. Kasarenko. Okay. So for this time, I check where you volume. You mate. Volume from
one can say volume of even callers friendly na you know form being to binika
Mate
just rob answer now be volume just TV no e bie pa ma volume ni na so still na volume of form
Mate
just rob answer check volume na you really the major or the young watch now.
Okay. Alright. Ya ko enim. De be ya na ye no. He, Messi, udu baby pa. Enye easy o. Enye easy. Enko yie kra. Ye di moto koto iron rods. Moto. Kasa go ni edi. Debio. Omanya bri transportation ni boy din. Aji. Kemte na bese. Wa fra malam sedu. Unima ona ka che onu. Ka se di agro. Hwe. We don't joke cry. It no be easy. No be easy. Aye. It's not easy cry. All right. Ekọ enim na ha de betumi aye. Bacho ai enko enim na de betumi aye. Ai eno a asem na eno ano no. Ai eno ano no. Okosoro ba from crap na asem ni aka wie. Ai aka awie. Ai ti sanete tu kosoro ba from o de besi ano no. Enti be say se wan yire ho no ma wani ambre na ukoye 4 more for na ubeti. Hello.
Hello. Chaforo.
Yeah. Kasayengo.
Hello. Yeah. Na ti say.
The man that also.
Chaforo say adomo. Me pacho me kasafi kumasi. Ya fa me kafui. Kumasi. Tafo. Chaforo say baby o man na do the fact. I know you. You see, I wouldn't say you to me did it 3 times a day. You to me did it 3 times a day. You say, now the I call the very did it 3 times. And now you a scammer collaboration to cook on to me to cook on a scanner crab. No assassin a chair bomb. I mean, on ocean. I do mind a chimney. I could find out Babaja Conya or Cassadia, young son of her, or bread was it. I fear dear Conya Shaku Fadons, a hand time now, but the safe and the only gun aqua could. You have a beauty gun aqua could.
Nazo,
you are kind of Furiata. And we are no movie gun stand. Sanko for a set power changer on bedroom, Minamekacho.
That's it.
On bedroom.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Free, baby.
Koso.
Met the same. Yes, for more. Not for more, is having it to. Now, for us, that is it.
A bit of bomb pie crasset, December, and Betchamuntem. That's it. Masa, mumu be muyem betwa bankukuro. Ukoto ebro no a. So hu, na wayam. Wayam bebre na de gu pan mu na esi ho. Na wakata so. Na o tete de kakra kakra. Adepa koko, awia akpele, enimre banku. Hey, Yesu. Meka chewo anopa koko ewia akpele enimre banku mesi uyem betwa bankukuro ana morukuro more betwa uyem ekufa no ntwa de tem no wie no ho o yusu bathroom a na to nyina ye more nkoa ho na behu o blood pressure be kosoro o sugar be kosoro wani kura to be hu ade ye upekura gari crowd best supplement no oh sokis so and then gari olonka to me to tenye wawo banchibia wo ko tutwa na wachinchim na wawa why you are there? When you Gary, we obey a Jabugari nibi. I Nigeria for Gary be. A real year for Gary. I unisika and not better if a Jabugari. Na masa ya papa wa hwe ya obeka se gravos de yedi akufa de kwan so bi no na masa abo ahwe de fe no ejebugari wo de si cheko gu man trip wo de si cheko gu man antrim etia ekebi bi ache ba monte hwe masa 2024 ujopa money mre almost can cry menji almost can cry menji almost can cry menji I'm telling you ene ashawa ene yesi otuchi cry say ku faduru yeah man can ye cry oh but my can basa make me nilante banda pole ye adweno awu adweno but am catch you na adweno awu
NP before releasing letter na letter no say na me ndame
ye kura enye ikufa na adweno asay to nima na makatch you hwema mcho kokrafo na ya mu hope obumu no adwene nya adwuma.
Because we cannot get re-elected, we cannot win this re-election. Excuse me, we can only re-elect Donald Trump. Because we cannot get re-elected, we cannot win this re-election. Excuse me, we can only re-elect Donald Trump. Because we cannot get re-elected, we cannot win this re-election. Excuse me, we can only re-elect Donald Trump. Because we cannot get re-elected, we cannot win this re-election. Excuse me, we can only re-elect Donald Trump.
Ati wa bodama amatwem oh adwene nya dwuma adweno asai adweno asai onu angasa a promote Donald Trump onu angasa o say we cannot win this re-election. Excuse me, we have to only re-elect Donald Trump. Nyaku fado jeni bianu omunye omadwenye them all them craze them craze the head no good and I make a chiro no tifa wadwene ai fa wadwene the street because the econo the aya no ai enti yeko momenko enim bacho me guso be kai Ghana for mo Ghana mesrew ocha me the park pa na ebremu bomode ya ene na make a chiro no me say ene me topic na an say I'm mesolo mukunu no me say they are going to have this man on target, but I'm praying so have bompay yes na kupon bon ho ban because we don't even have anything like him in Ghana. Yes, na kupon my side Anas no side people back no that brave Anas oja say it be point in ya na say ye momode ya na ye bompay ma no because MP before omo tro yes omo tro papa omo tro etino ye bompay say bibi on be plan bia enya adwuma because anytime they do a damage power you omo de etino anytime damage is done they want to do damage and this is what it is ye ko enim and I was say I bomodia na subscribe Safari Media. I subscribe to Safari Media. Na yenko enim subscribe to Safari Media and what down hono bomodia na subscribe my na culture na nimu I file phone baby I will be a file phone to see me pick up your phone I and subscribe to Safari Media me wo ho me me ho a me hwe to go and subscribe is and me na 69 ba kwa be ka ho ay 70 mo man nye 100 ne enko mu nyina mo subscribe to Saforo TV e maye na me bia enko so kama ai mo hwe videos na mo like it me hu so mo to me hwe videos no ye mo like it, like the video. The main video over there is Kung Fu never ho I Kung Fu the trendy it's going very far 1 and 2 ho as of this week, you know, the Bremo, the ghosts and must be crazy, no, and so ebaba Tibomodia Mepsro for phones na subscribe to Saforo Media. Subscribe to Saforo TV Africa on Facebook and on YouTube. You are doing very well. We want you to keep on subscribing and sharing this video. Na enko nindo 1000 na me fa other videos no embeso so. Na me catch you dey see wa Kung Fu abrabo mu a ube sorry, ube shocky ama Kung Fu. Okay, yada wase. Na me sure pa yakọ enim. Nti madamase okosa me yi ho na ka kokko bi si yo Saforo Media ho no ka kokko bi pa me ka kokko bi na be twa photo na me la hye ho enti udu ope obehu se Saforo Media ene wo ho no ai ti be da wase na kupon hya no mpagya no nyo kese no resi na bi wani na 2024 menko yesikasam na nkotuma nkwasafo do bium ai 2024 Mahama all the way. No mistake your mind. Mpacho o delegates enso na utemia. Mesrew me onse member can say obi vote mo bia. Me say vote for Yamin. Vote for Elikem Kotoko. Yes. Sang for me anyway. They are my heart. Open my heart. Sang for me anyway. Yamin Ena friends say Elikem, please vote for these two people, and I know that it is going to be well. I vote for them. They are going to lead NDC to victory. Yes, when I catch you, I Elikem Kotoko, Amarimfi plus Yamin, these two. Omaso ding. Yamin say, that's what ding. Onti jai o hwe piano be piano onti jai o boko slow but sure I only here na Akufo-Addo 2024. I'm telling you, forget about everybody else, na focus on the people anyway. Na me catch you na me catch you Elvis a free young crash so ehye ho enti yakọ enim momo dia I'm subscribing Saforo Media. O subscribe ya Metro Toffee. Metro Toffee. Na mama mensa ni bia no. Very 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 milky. Yeah, milky, sweet, nice. Enya peteshi o dark. Me no monsa. Nya peteshi. Me ye o say peteshi na me no. I don't drink. Enya sa grofo na o motiti se o so me Muslims am no monsa so mu yam ko no wi no. Me nya sa the mempe mean to me in case me preko na me nko no me preko na nko no preko nkwan da bi me ntisa I don't do that. All right, nti yakọ enim bacho mo subscribe I70 aka 40 na 100 o me nko enim na yemboa ya ho ne nko kama na me nham na yanko enim bedase. God bless you. All right, have a sweet and good night.